Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. My name is Mercedes. In today's video, I have new polishes from Cracked Polish to share with you all.
Show you a place where you gon' wanna move your feet.
This is called their Spirit of Rebellion collection. It is a 6-piece collection that is launching July 18th. This is definitely a fun, moody spin on summer. The polishes aren't following any sort of trends, so they're being very defiant, but they're just super rich, super bold, and very unique. And even though the description of this collection says that they are testing the seasonal spirit, which I'm a seasonal polish wearer at heart, I still very much enjoyed the collection, and I think all of you will too. I remember pulling them out of the box and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't think I've seen Cracked Polish in this light before. They're just very different, and I think a lot of you will enjoy this collection. There's also a very special collaboration. Cracked Polish and Ethereal Lacquer came together to create a duo of polishes, so I'll be sharing that with you too. That is called the Euphoric Remix Duo, and it's launching on the same date. And then of course I have the jelly of the month. Cracked Polish always creates a jelly polish of the month. And then there's also one more very special polish that Cracked Polish created in honor of reaching 10K over on Instagram. I do have an affiliate code with Cracked Polish. I'll leave it right here and down below. No pressure, but it will save you some money off of your purchases. So there's a lot. Let's get into it. We are starting off with Without a Cause, and this one is described as a raisin purple with pink to gold magnetic pigments. So I did the magnet under the finger, and I'll show you the velvet look on one of my fingers in a little bit, but we'll focus on the swatch initially. So you can already see the pink pigments sort of pulling towards the center of the nail. On the second coat, we are starting to build up that really dark raisiny purpley color, and I love how the magnet pulls all the beautiful shimmer in the center and leaves you with this really like juicy jelly bouncy look on the nail. You still have a little bit of that shimmer scattered throughout the nail, but it's very dainty and most of it is focused in the center. So you can see right here, my middle finger is in the velvet form. I couldn't decide what I loved more, whether I liked this in the cat eye look or in the velvet form look. I think it's beautiful either way. I love the pink magnetic shimmers on the velvet look, how it looks so intense. It's just so pretty. I couldn't decide which format I love the most. That's not even the right word. I'm like thinking in work terms. But I couldn't decide which one looked better, and I think that's because they both look so pretty, and either way you decide to magnetize it. And I think it's just because of that beautiful pink shimmer. Pictured are 3 coats of Without a Cause with a glossy top coat. Next up we have Seek to Disrupt, and this one is described as a dark hunter green with gold, red, orange flakes and copper to gold magnetic pigments. So another beautiful magnetic polish. We can see on the first coat we go on a little bit sheer, but we see those beautiful flakies. We see the magnetic pigment building up. On the second coat, that's when we really start to see that green base pulling on through. And then I did a third coat. We get more flaky distribution on the nail. We start focusing on that gold magnetic pull in the center. It has a little bit of pink in there, at least I feel like it looks pink to me. It could just be a more darker copper tone. My middle finger is in its velvet form. I think for this one, I love it in its cat eye version. The velvet look looks beautiful too. I think in both ways, or whichever way you decide to magnetize it, it's going to bring out the components differently. Like you can see on the velvet form, we see the flakies in it, we see that base color, and then you get slight little glimpses of the coppery pinky shift. And then in the cat eye version, we see the flakies stand out more prominently. We get more of a deeper, darker like green base. So I think either way, it's just going to depend on your mood and what you feel like when you decide to wear this polish, whether you're going to do the velvet look or the cat eye. I think it's beautiful either way, and on 3 coats, it's just wonderful. Pictured are 3 coats of Seek to Disrupt with a glossy top coat. Here we have Artistic Expression. This one's described as a deep blue with purple shifting pigments and holographic glitters. So very sparkly. So first coat, we go on a little bit sheer. We see the wash of purple going on the nail. We see some of that blue picking on through. And then on our second coat, we really deepen up our base even more. We are getting a lot of the like deep purpley blue shifting pigments. And the holographic glitter, it's jam-packed in here, but it's not overwhelming and it's not underwhelming either. It's just the right amount to give it all of the magical sparkle, but we are still able to focus on our base color and the beautiful shifts that we have here. So here is in a little bit of sunlight and some overcast. I usually swatch like at night. I think I've told you this before, but sometimes I'm able to swatch during the daytime and I might get like an overcast day or a little bit of sun. So if I think a polish looks beautiful in sunlight, I try to show it off that way if I can. And this one is beautiful whether you have it indoors or whether you are rocking it outdoors. Pictured are 3 coats of Artistic Expression with a glossy top coat. Here we have Independent Thinker, and this one's described as a bronze to rose gold with silver reflective glitters. Now, first coat, we are getting that beautiful wash of that like antique sort of gold tone. There's lots of rose gold in here. There's lots of like warm pigments, which sometimes warmer polishes and my tan skin don't get along too well depending on tones and stuff, but I'm a big fan of rose golds. My engagement ring, the band is actually rose gold, just an FYI there, but I love the colors together. We get this sort of like swampy, greeny, like rusty sort of color in all the positive ways because I love those shades. But then we also get that beautiful bright rose gold and then the silver reflective glitters. So it's like a grungy sort of swampy, pruggly base, but then it adds a lot of that prettiness and a lot of the daintiness back into it with the rose gold and the reflective glitters. And the formula was fantastic. You guys saw the 2 coats. I got full opacity. Such a fun polish. All of these polishes, I was so impressed with just the formula, the components, and just how different they are from what I've been seeing from cracked polish. I feel like we're just gonna see polishes that are going to get even better and better. I'm absolutely loving this collection. Love this polish too. Pictured are 2 coats of Independent Thinker with a glossy top coat. Here we have Down with Authority. This one is described as a deep red with red shimmers. So if you love red polishes, you're going to be mind blown with this one. So first coat, we get a beautiful wash of that red tone on the nail. We can already see the red shimmers peeking on through. The second coat, the richness just starts to pull through. I went in with 2 coats for this polish and I thought it was perfect on my shorter nails. It is such a creamy, velvety shade. I love the similarities with the components and our base color. It's just like such a beautiful red polish. We get some brightness in there from the red shimmers. We get the shadows and the shifts from the base because it's such a deeper red. It is just glorious. This is going to make for a fantastic like date night polish or just something where you want to wear something like spicy. This is going to be that polish, or this is what I think about. Pictured are 2 coats of Down with Authority with a glossy top coat. And here we have Nonconformity. This one's described as a bright orange with pink reflective glitters and gold shimmers. So this one has a juicy formula and lots of beautiful sparkle, which you all know I love the sparkle. So first coat, we get a nice wash of like a corally orangey pink. Second coat, we start building up that base color. I know this is described as a bright orange, and I can very well see the orange in here, but I think because of those pink reflective glitters and the gold shimmer, on me anyways, we are seeing a lot of pink, which I personally love. I think this looks like a beautiful hot summer sunset. Now on the full manicure, you can see I did it in 3 coats. I got full opacity on my shorter nails. I think if you have longer nails, because this one is very like squishy, jelly crelly like, you may see a little bit of nail line, but the shifts on its own just make this so beautiful. Like on the full hand swatch, you can see more of that orange coming on through from the base coat. And I know it's just pink reflective glitters, but it looks like there's more pink in here than what I'm seeing. And I don't know, that's just impressive, because sometimes with certain like colored reflective glitters, at least for me, it's really hard to notice the actual color or the tone of the reflective glitter. Sometimes, most of the times, to me, it always just looks like silver. But I think with this one, I can definitely see that pink. Like, you can't deny it. It is beautiful. This is going to be like a hot summer polish. Pictured are 3 coats of Nonconformity with a glossy top coat. And the jelly of the month, this one is called Tomahto. I already posted a reel over on Instagram on this polish because I am head over heels. I think this is going to be my pedicure color, my next pedicure color. It is so plump and so juicy. I can't say enough good things about cracked polishes, jelly polishes. They just build up so smoothly, and I get so much opacity on the nail. I mean, I know my nails are short, but just the color payoff is just incredible. Like, you can tell it's a jelly, but you get the color that's in the bottle. It is just so beautiful. It is this lovely, true to like tomato color. There's definitely like a dash of orange in there. I think that's why I love it so much. I love red polishes that pull a little bit on the orange side, and I'm just showing it off in every single angle and lighting I could possibly show you guys, because I was just that obsessed. I was like, oh my goodness, this has to be on either my nails or my toes very soon, because I can't get enough of it. Pictured are 3 coats of Tomahto with a glossy top coat. And here is the 10K shade polish. This is called Because of You. So Cracked Polish recently reached 10,000 follows on Instagram. So this polish was created in honor of all of the followers and all of you guys. And I can't believe, like, they deserve so much more following. Like, 10,000 in such a short amount of time is amazing. But this one's called Because of You. It's described as a sheer light nude with large blue aurora pigments. Now, this is like a moon glowing goodness in a bottle. You saw me build it up in 3 coats. We have this lovely, lovely blue aurora shimmer just scattered all throughout the nail. It is on the sheer side, but you see on the full hand swatch on my shorter nails that most of my little bit of nail line is covered up. And it just gives me this really milky, soft, ethereal look on the nail. And then we have that glorious, glowy blue pigment running all throughout. Such a perfect shade for like a thank you polish, I think, anyways, in my opinion. I think this is going to look amazing on any skin tone, on any nail length. If you have longer nails, you'll probably see some nail line, but this is the type of polish where if you have a little bit of nail line showing, that's okay, because the glow in itself is going to make up for how beautiful it is going to look as a manicure on you. Pictured are 3 coats of Because of You with a glossy top coat. And here we have the Cracked Polish and Ethereal Lacquer Euphoric Remix Duo. We're going to start off with Cracked Polish's contribution, and this is called X Spearmint. It's described as a mint green packed with orange to gold aurora shimmers. So first coat, we see a lot of that orange aurora shimmer coming through. Second coat, we start building up our green base. It's definitely a very vibrant shade, and then when you add the orange to gold shimmer in here, it just amplifies that like fieriness in this polish. I went in for 3 coats to get full opacity. Look at the shimmer. How beautiful is that? I see some pink sort of pulling on through there. It could just be the orange mixing in with that gold, and then my skin tone and our base color and all of that. But I think it's so beautiful. This is gonna make like a fantastic summer polish, and maybe even for like the fall months, for like around Halloween. I can see maybe some sort of like funky nail art with this one. I know the shimmer doesn't scream like Halloween, but I think that base coat, well not base coat, that base color we can definitely work with it for our spooky months, but definitely for summertime. Pictured are 3 coats of X Spearmint. And then Ethereal Lacquer's contribution is called Breezy, and this one's described as a cornflower blue with pink to orange shifting shimmer. So, sort of not same, but similar vibe with the shimmer. We have some orange in this one as well, but second coat, you can see the base building up to that really pretty cornflower blue purple base. I decided to go in for 3 coats for like this one and our previous polish. Definitely lean on the crelly sort of formulation, but definitely buildable because you can see I got full opacity. Now we see a lot of the pink shimmer running all throughout the nail in this one. I love the base color. I think like that pinky, purpley tone mixed in with pink always makes for such a beautiful combination. And I think a lot of people will love this one too. Pictured are 3 coats of Ethereal Lacquer, Breezy, with a glossy top coat. Alright everybody, I know this is the portion of the video where I'm supposed to pick a favorite or favorites. And I'm telling you that this month was very hard for me. I really enjoyed all the polishes in this collection. I especially loved the Jelly of the Month. I know that this is my favorite Jelly of the Month that Cracked Polish has created. I wanted to share swatches so badly in post, but I couldn't because it was too early. It is just such a beautiful shade of like reddish orange, and there's a little bit of pink in there. It's just beautiful, and I am so wearing it for the summer season. But thoroughly enjoyed all these polishes. Like I was saying in the beginning of the video, I was in awe opening up this package with all of these beautiful creations. I was just like, oh my goodness, this is so different than what I've been seeing from Cracked Polish. They're just so beautiful, so unique, so bold and rich. I'm very excited to continue to see what Monique the Maker is gonna keep creating because I feel like they're just getting better and better. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.